Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1482 and New York Times Hot Sudoku for July 10th, 2025. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1482. I'm gonna start with the word rainy. Okay, only got the Y green, so I've placed Y as the last letter, and the other letters are not part of the word. So there could be still many possibilities. Um, there should be another vowel, maybe, I think most likely going second, O or U, or E, and consonants can be anything. So I'll just guess, whatever possible. Let's try slope and see what happens. Okay, I did place the P before the Y, and it's very likely that it's a double P. So the only other vowel left is a U. So it could be something like puppy or muppy. Like puppy is a wild guess. Three P's. Really? I mean, to play it safe, I can try something like Dutch. I'm not sure. I can just try puppy and see if there are really three P's. Um, at least I can secure the P's. Like, what else could there be? Is Guppy and Muppy possible? Like, I can try Gumbo. Like, if Guppy and Muppy are really words, then at least I would know from this elimination guess. Oh, it's UMPY. Oh, that actually makes sense. Okay. Um, so actually Gumbo was quite helpful, because I eliminated Bumpy, which would be my first, um, first guess for UMPY. Dumpy? Or Tumpy? Humpy? Or it could be Pumpy. Jumpy? Why are there so many all of a sudden? Humpy. Pumpy. Dumpy. Hmm. Tumpy? Dumpy. No! Um, hmm. Jumpy. Okay, Jumpy is today's Wordle answer. Okay, I did take some time, well, guessing what it could be, so I'm glad that I did not fail, because there are quite a lot of possibilities for this pattern. So at last I guess Jumpy, which is today's Wordle answer, so I got it in 5 tries. I'll take that because, it's not easy to guess a word with a pattern of many words. Like, there's just so many possibilities and options. So yeah, I got today's Wordle answer Jumpy in 5 tries. Yeah, it's okay. This is Wordle number 1482. Let's move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is July 10th, 2025. Let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. Okay, these ones point up and this cell sees another one. So in block 1, the digit 1 is forced into this cell. 2 in block 5 is forced into one of these two cells. These 2's point up, and this cell sees another 2, and these 2's points down. The digit 3 in block 2 is forced into one of these two cells, and in block 6, 3 goes into one of these two cells. These 6's points left, and this cell sees another 6. So in block 4, the digit 6 is forced into this cell. These 7's point down. This 7 points up and this 7 points right. So in block 3, the digit 7 is forced into column 8, right? So a hidden 7 here, and this 7 point down. Alright, now for the 8s, these 8 points left, and this cell sees another 8. So in block 7, the digit 8 is forced into this cell, and 8 in block 4 is forced into one of these two cells, and I actually can place 8 in row 4. 8 is a missing digit of row 4, so it has to go somewhere. But this cell sees 8, this cell sees 8, and this cell also sees another 8. So in row 4, the digit 8 is forced into this cell, because this is the only cell available for the digit 8 in this row. So I have to put an 8 here, because it can't go anywhere else in this row. Then these 8s, they point up, and this cell sees another 8. So the missing digits of row 4 now are 3, 4, and 9. This cell sees a 9, so it's only 3 or 4. Alright, lastly, these 9's point up to force the digit 9 into this cell in block 2. Okay, so I've done the basic scanning. There should be much more to spot though. Well, I'm just thinking about some missing digits of rows, columns, or blocks. If I do spot anything, I'll definitely talk about that. Hmm. Oh, okay, so the digit 3 in row 6. Ah, that's it. Okay, so in row 6, the digits 2 and 3 are missing. This cell sees 2 and 3, and these two cells also see 2 and 3. But 2 and 3 are still missing from row 6, so they both have to go somewhere in this row, but not in these open cells. So in order to fit both 2 and 3 in row 6, I have to make these two cells reserved for 2 and 3, right? This cell sees 2 and 3, these two cells also see 2s and 3s. In order to fit both 2 and 3 into row 6, I have to make these two cells reserved for 2 and 3 in this row. So these two cells form the 2-3 pair, which eliminates all other digits from these two cells. 2-3 pair here makes the other 3 open cells in row 6 a 148 triple. 148, this cell sees 1, so it's only 4 or 8. And this cell sees a 1, so it's 4 or 8 only. Now another thing is that a hidden 3 here eliminates 3 from this cell. Both open cells involved in the 2-3 pair lie in the same block, block 5. So no matter which cell 3 ends up in, this cell sees both of them. So no matter what, this cell cannot contain a 3. This cell sees both of the cells involved in the 2-3 pair, so 3 from the 2-3 pair eliminates 3 from this cell, and for the row, it now cannot contain 3 nor 9, so it must be a 4, and this cell is actually a 1, because it's the only other missing digits apart from 2 and 3. Then the digit 1 in block 6 is forced into this cell, then these ones point down. This cell sees another 1. So in block 9, the digit 1 is forced into this cell, which also gets the 2 placed in this cell in block 9. 2 goes into one of these 2 cells in block 8. Alright, now this 6 points down to force the digit 6 into column 7 in block 9. So that we have a 6-7 pair in block 9. As you can see, the digits 6 and 7 are missing from block 9, but 6 and a hidden 7 here eliminates 6 and 7 from these cells, and both of these 2 digits can only go into these 2 cells in block 9. So in order to fit both 6 and 7 into block 9, I have to make these 2 cells reserved for 6 and 7. So these 2 cells form the 6-7 pair, which eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells, making these 3 cells a 4-5-9 triple. This cell sees a 9, so it's only 4 or 5. And therefore, these 2 open cells contain 7 and 8. The missing digits, apart from 4, 5, and 9, of column 8. But this cell sees an 8. So 7 and 8 this way, which eliminates 8 from this cell, and gets the 8 placed in this cell in block 2. Alright, okay, 6-7 pair here makes the other 3 open cells in column 7 a 4-8-9 triple. 4-8-9, and this cell sees an 8, so it's only 4 or 9. Right, this cell is 3, 4, 8, or 9 for the block, but cannot be 8. The digit 1 in block 2 is forced into this cell, which gets the last one in this Sudoku puzzle placed in this cell in block 8. So ones are done. And in column 4, 2, 3, and 5 are the missing digits. This cell sees a 2, so it's 3, 5, 2, 3, 5. Okay, this 6 points right to force the digit 6 into column 6 in block 2. So a hidden 6 here and this 6 points down. So do these 6s. I can actually place 6 in row 8. 6 is a missing digit of row 8, so it has to go somewhere. But this cell sees 6, this cell sees 6, this cell sees a hidden 6 from block 2, and this cell also sees another 6. So in row 8, the digit 6 is forced into this cell, because this is the only cell available for the digit 6 in this row, and all other open cells in this row cannot contain 6. So 6, to ensure the presence of 6 in row 8, I have to put 6 into this cell. It's the only possible place for 6 to go in this row, which makes us a 7 for the pair. Um, hmm. Alright, these 4s point down. So these 2 cells form a 4-6 pair. As you can see in block 8, the digits 4 and 6 are missing. These 4s and 6s, no matter if they're placed or hidden, these 4s and 6s force both 4 and 6 into these 2 cells only in block 8. So in order to fit both 4 and 6 into block 8, I have to make these 2 cells reserved for 4 and 6. So these 2 cells form the 4-6 pair, which eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells. Now 2 is certainly not 4 or 6. So 2 eliminates it from this cell, which is part of the 4-6 pair. So 2 cannot go into this cell anymore. Then I can force 2 into this cell in block 8 after finding the 4-6 pair. This 2 helps complete block 5, and this is a 5 to complete column 4. Which makes these 2 cells a 3-7 pair, but this cell sees 3. So 3 and 7 this way, then these 7s point left to force the digit 7 into this cell in block 7. Then these 7s... Wait, I should place the 7 up here in block 1 first. The digit 7 in block 1 is forced into this cell, which gets the last 7 in this Sudoku puzzle placed in this cell. Then 2 in block 1 is forced into this cell, which gets 2 placed in this cell in block 2. 3 in block 2 is forced into this cell, and the digit 8 in block 4 is now forced into this cell, which makes this a 4 to complete the row. Then 8 in block 6 is forced into this cell. 3, 4, and 9 are the missing digits of block 4. 5 and 6 are the missing digits of column 6. This cell is a 9 to complete the column, which points left with this 9 to force 9 into this cell in block 1. Which makes this cell a 5 to complete the row. And then this cell sees a 5. So 5 and 4 this way. This cell sees 5, so 6 and 5. 6 and 4. Now 4 in block 4 is forced into this cell. This is 3 or 9 for the column. Oh, sorry. 9 is already here in this column. So actually 3 and 9 this way to complete block 4, which makes this cell a 5. So 4 and 5 and 9. 3 and 9 for the columns. 3 and 6 here, but this cell needs 3. So 6 and 3, 6 and 4, and this Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, so I finished today's New York Times Hot Sudoku in a bit under 12 minutes. So I would say this Sudoku puzzle is mostly straightforward. Like, even with all the I managed to finish it in under 12 minutes. So, yeah, I spotted all the key spots really quickly. The solve was quite smooth, so I'll go over the key spots as a quick summary. So I think it wasn't as tricky as some New York Times Hot Sudokus we've seen before. This is rather a straightforward one. So the key spots include the 2-3 pair in row 6 that I spotted quite early on. That really helped, because the 2-3 pair here helped place the 4 and 1 in block 5. Of course, that happens after I placed the 8. Yeah, so 2-3 pair in row 6 was one of the key spots. And then later on, there was the 6-7 pair in block 9 after placing the 2 and 1. So I think that the placement of 2 and 1 happened after I spotted the 2-3 pair, which gave us the 1 and 4 here, and affected some placement of digits around here. I forgot. But after placing the 1 and 2 in block 9, I could spot the 6-7 pair, which gave us the 4-5-9 triple, and actually place the 7 and 8 up here. So yeah, that was quite nice. And another key spot was the 4-6 pair in block 8. This was towards the end, so a 4-6 pair here helped place the 2, get the 2 and 3 here, resolving the pair, as well as some digits around here, which I forgot the specific ones, but on the whole, the key spots, in my opinion, were the 2-3 pair in row 6, the 6-7 pair in block 9, and the 4-6 pair in block 8. So mostly it was just pairs and triples. Mostly pairs, so yeah, not too tricky, I would say. I don't really recall any other tricky spots, so if you have any other questions or difficulties regarding the Sudoku puzzle, feel free to leave the comment down below. I'll be glad to reply you, and hopefully this video helped. Alright, that's about it. So overall, straightforward. Today is July 10th, 2025. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1482 and New York Times Hot Sudoku for today. I'll see you all next time. Bye!